this fight.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump in. Player 2 with the life lead. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. With the throw. Adamant flame. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 drive rush to keep it going. Smart play with the throw. Checks with a medium kick. Goes for the drive rush there. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 2? Oh, burnout triggered! Going in? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball.
Looking to slice off a limb with a demon guillotine. Betting it all on the drive rush.
Noticeable.
No! Great of the art now?
A clean KO. Nice meter.
Closes it out.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from the top.
Nice air slasher.
Jumps in.
Rinsing. We use adamant for this cookout.
Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
All in with a rush.
Player 2 this can lead to some big damage. Throws him. Breaks the block with a throw.
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Solid anti-air. Connects with the throw. What's next? Drive rush. Player 1. Oh, stun. Bad news is
It is over.
Player 1
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Akuma's going in. Checks with a medium kick. Zanku Hadouken. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout stage. What's the play here? Player 1 has used up all of their drive range. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks him with a projectile. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Medium kick hit. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change.
A quick breather. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2, oh, burnout triggered. Demon Raid taking chunks out of these.
Man, stop. Go.
Oh, here we go. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it. How did they anticipate that jump in? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Shakes things up with a fireball. Jumps in.
All in with a rush.
Throws him. Dangerous range here. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Forward rush.
Nice air slasher.
What throws them? How long does this offensive assault continue? Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that thing. Drive rush. Medium kick. This can lead to some big damage. Connects with the throw. What now? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. A real test of nerve closes in.
They are done.
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Air slashers. Jumps in. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up here. Trips him up. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. What a clutch side kick there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. All right. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Burnout is triggered. Impact's a no-go. Takes a trip. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. The rapid-fire fist sends him up. Genius read. Lots of distance here as both fighters look for an opening. You got KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps in. Holds out with the block. Blocks the ambiguous crossup. Still very early in the round. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Dashes forward, gets the throw, and continues on the offensive. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Dashes up. In there! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Connects with medium kick. Close range projectile. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? All in with the rush. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. I hope you're not a lightweight because one stick of head cup is enough to ether you. What now? Forward rush. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Drive rush. So much on. Betting it all on the drive rush. Amazing. Oh, critical art now gets the counter hit and the win. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with the fire. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 has the life lead. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now, it springs forward KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump-in is denied. Checks them with the projectile. Absorbs the attack and fires back. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Drive usage is back on the table. Looking for a chance, springs forward with the drive rush. Unfazed by the switch and block. Knocked him out of the air. Barely blocks the jump in, experiencing burnout. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Fires off Hadouken. Punch hard. Amazing. Player 1 daring impact to wrap up the round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Are these two gonna fight forever? Connects with medium kick. Gets the jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Can't tech the throw. Okay, they trade hits. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Medium kick. Burnout activated. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rips the slash, brushes that off, and keeps going. Adds on a bit, like adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Now, can they finish the job? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Demon Raid? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Jack got perfect KO. They were in full control. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in.
Demon Raid
Overdrive jackknife. Risky up-close scraps. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Then burns out. Overdrive jackknife sends him down the quick way. Will this super art do anything? There's a burnout. Both genius read with that throw escape.
it is over!
Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The exchange close. The throw misses. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, they trade hits. Overhead. No more drive gauge. Sticks the combo. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Gets carried to got him up against the wall. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Nice parry. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Medium kick hits. Impact's a no-go. You drive rush to keep it going. Goes for a springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Adamant flame. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Drive rush. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Checks him with the projectile. Streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Okay, they trade hits. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Goes for the massage. Player 2 in trouble. A throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Stops the attack by using a drive fair. Big counter. Somehow drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will need to play. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. They decide to take a
Betting it all on the drive rush.
all the throw connects. Close range projectile.
Fires off an air slasher.
In attack range. What a read with that anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see. There They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Sticks the jump in. Sticks the combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Was looking for that jump attack. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Side switch in there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Barely blocks the jump in. Nails the anti-air. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Hits them with the fire. Knockdown and perfect parry. How will they follow up? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Threads it cleanly. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jumping. Gets, ooh, what a smart blow. Player 2 with a slight lead hits the drive. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Betting it all on the drive rush. Drive rush. A jump. Clutch anti-air. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? What now? Shakes things up with a fireball. Fire! Can this drive bring them back? Okay, no forward rush. A real test of nerve turns out. Fires off anti-air in the clutch. Wrecks them. Oh, stun. Bad news is on the way. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Is it over? Will they survive? No one could have called that. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. What? Another rematch? Aren't your eyes getting tired? Sakuhado. The throw whips. Adamant flame. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Shoots off a fireball up close. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Knockdown. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Okay, Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Checks them with a projectile. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Holds out with the block. Goes for the drive rush there. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Drive rush to keep it going. Going in. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 will have to deal with this game. They were right to be on guard there. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the champ. Oh, burnout triggered. Medium kick. Ooh, what a smart throw. Dangerous range here. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Burnout is triggered. Sticks the combo. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Took him to the corner in a flash. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 can build off this lead. Shows a medium kick. Springs forward with the drive rush. Goes for the rush. Very slick with the combo. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Rushes that off and keeps going. Zones with the fireball. Forward rush. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at good burnout.
Expect the tempo of the match to change.
We opts for the critical art.
I hope you're not a lightweight because one sip of this cup is enough to injure you.
Any mistake here is going to be fatal. What's it going to be? A lot of pressure building up here. Close range projectile. Fires off a Hadouken. Oh, flatlines him. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Medium kick into. Jumps. A jump in. Here comes the corner pressure. Drive rush to keep it going.
Up into the air, off more fuel to the fire. Cook 'em up. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Get forward rush. Any thrower with wrecks them. Oh, burnout.
Did they mean to do that?
Going in. This can lead to some big damage. Break through with the throw.
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Air slasher. Shoots off a fireball up close. Good anti-air. What's the play here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? We've reached the mid-perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Grabs them. Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This drive rush to keep it going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Okay, creating some space here. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Oh, burnout triggered. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Looks like they want to put a new spin on Jackknife Maximum Cuts clean through them. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Can they drive rush to keep it going? KO! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? But connects with the throw.
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Forward rush. Presses for a drive rush. Gets it the perfect fireball range. Turns out.
Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout.
Here comes the... How did they read that throw? Quick medium post.
Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Flatline zone.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
Air slasher.
Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 1 KO. Player 1
Takes the round like a thief in the night.
What else can they get away with? Had the radar up and running. Checks with a medium.
Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away.
Throw leaves them wide open. The throw missed. Jumps.
Looking for a chance. Air slasher.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 2 will need to play it.
Looking to slice off a limb with a demon guillotine.
Rips a slap forward rush. Medium kick hits.
All in with the rush.
Player 2
Can't use all Benson on the fireball.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Okay, they trade hits. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Taking stock. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Gets him. Player 2 hits them. It's always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Goes for a projectile to hits him with a stopping block. Takes a trip. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing.
What'll happen here? Looking for a chance. Rips the slasher out.
Drive rush to keep it going. Or flatlines them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Shows a medium kick. Jump. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Super Arts on deck. Reads the jump in perfectly.
Dash. Air slasher.
Looking. This is gonna hurt. Jump.
Clutch anti-air.
Player 1. There's a burnout.
Hitting them with the extra high.
Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Medium.
Betting it all on the drive rush.
Danger.
Adds a bit of OD spice there.
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Amazing! This is it! Closes it out! Player 1
Really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
It's not over yet! Just believe it's time for that run back! Zaku Hado! The attack is parried. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counteroffensive. Drive rush to keep it going. Takes a trip. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. Springs forward with the drive rush. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Who's going to start things off? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Down to Hadouken! Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Throws a fireball here, springs forward with a drive rush. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Drive rush to keep it going. Zones with the fireball. A quick breather. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping to hit KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Starts off throwing with fireballs. What's the play here? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Caught their eye on the air. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Still very early in the round. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? The throw misses. Projectile to try and change the springs forward with the drive rush. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Hits them with a stop and pop. Fantastic reactions there. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? Going in? Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Grabs and throws them away. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Oh, burnout triggered! Scrapped it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Even the slider shifts them for the win! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who will come out on top in this final round? Throw leaves them wide open. Sets up with the jump in. Maximum! Looking to impress with this super.
Weekend pleasure! We're in for a good time! Putting it all on the drive rush!
Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so cool. Burnout! Did they mean to do that?
They burn out, but they may have a plan here. Hadouken!
Amazing!
Who makes it on the fireball? Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Big counter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Takes a trip. This stun might mean that gets him. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Dashes forward. Throws them to negate them. Springs forward with a drive rush. A quick breather. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Good job blocking the jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Throws a fireball. What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout.
Anti-air in the clutch. Just goes for it at this range. Sunrise Festival. Can they ride the beat to the end? Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. What a read with that anti-air. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Medium kick into, connects with the throw.
Akuma's going in. Jump drops hard. They return to center stage. Linksing.
Hits up, springs forward with the drive rush. Oh, here throws him.
Takes it.
No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner.
Excellent read. Player 1 can't let more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Flatlines them. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Another rematch. These two are really getting into it. Rolling Soba. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Big counter. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Goes for the drive rush there. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Closes out the round with a fireball. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Rolling Soba. Jump. Oh, they're in the corner. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. You're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Opts for the throw. Player 2 has the life lead. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Well-timed corner switch. This is a huge chance to make them feel it. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out.
Love tap to close it.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Holds out with the block. Gets the jump in. Jump? Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Rolling Soba. Zones with the fireball. Oh, feints? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive rush to keep it going.
Shuts that down with a parry.
Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck.
Prevent the little game with a stop Gohado.
Throws a fireball.
No! Critical art now? Wait, what? Are they actually dead?
What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This unleashes some big damage.
Jackknife maximum cut clean through her. one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Perfection! Up into the air off the Just Cool. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Both fighters are down to half life.
Connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, drive rush.
Player 2 can't let this. Nothing stop this train. Oh, it's enough. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Rolling Soba. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. What are they thinking here? Throws him down. Stays cool and counters. Trips him up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard up drive rush to keep it going. Sticks the jump in.
Gets out of that jam with a perfect parry.
Alright. KO! Player 1
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
immediate jump in. Manages to block the jump in attack. Throws them to negate the block. Springs forward with the drive rush. Jumps. Adamant flame. Going in. Grabs and throws them away.
Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first?
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Burnup untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Jumps in. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Checks with a medium. Springs forward with the drive rush. Super arts on deck for both.
Blinks it! Hitting them with turning it right up with a super! Spends it all on the super! Not one bit about it! Both sides getting ready.
All the throw connects. Nice fireball. Forward rush. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Just go for it. A fireball at that range? Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick hits. Throws him. What's next? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. All right. Lots of aggression from both sides. Goes for the fireball. Player 2 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Both fighters planning something? Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Brushes off the impact. Checks him with the projectile. Oh, feints? Medium kick hits. Adamant flame. Knockdown and... Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Shows a medium kick. Blocks the impact. Grabs and throws him away. Going in, but experiencing burnout. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Are we gonna see a comeback? Ooh, does them dirty. Medium kick. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Throws a fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Zakuhado. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Drive rush! Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages. This is gonna hurt! Both forward rush!
Quick burnout, but they may have a plan here. Punish counter sets the table. Gets the counter hit. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Wants to close it out in style, but isn't enough. Hanging by a thread. Just need one final push. Player one, what are you jumping in for?
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Air slasher. Zones with the fireball. Not having the cross up. Can't take the throw. Player two with the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Player one creates a good, burnout triggered. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Well-timed corner switch. What'll happen here? KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Barely blocks the jump in. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Springs forward with the drive rush. A quick breather. Player two can build off this lead. Parries the projectile. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Adamant uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player one needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Anti-air drops him. Throws him. Player one and whiffs. They're wide open.
Anti-air in the clutch.
Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Thick.
All in with a rush. Drops him hard.
Dangerous range here. Close range projectile.
Fires off an air slasher.
Player two needs to use their drive moves to have a risky flame flatline zone.
Woo! I dare you to find me a better match.